Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. I'm Mandy. Today we are making Hong Kong style curry beef, or what we call gà lei ngao lan. This is one of the most popular takeout dishes in Ta Can Ten restaurant, and it's very easy to make at home. I just love that rich, luscious curry sauce. Goes perfect with white rice. Let's get started. I am using beef brisket. Just cut it into big chunks. Any stew meat will work good here, such as shank, chuck roast, short ribs. Set the beef aside. Let's prepare the aromatics. Half of a medium-sized purple onion. Cut it into chunks. Add it to the food processor. A shallot. Cut it in half. Peel the skin. Add it to the food processor as well, along with 5 cloves of garlic and 4 slices of ginger. Use the on and off mode to chop them finely. You can also dice them with a knife, but my wrist is not feeling good today. I'm going to use a clay pot to do the braising because it retains the heat really well and redistributes it to the food slowly. Other cookware that has a good heat capacity, such as a Dutch oven or a slow cooker, will also work. Add a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil along with the diced aromatics. We will stir this over medium heat for about 5 minutes or until the aromatics are soft and translucent. This is not a spicy, invasive type of curry recipe, so I am not adding any hot chilies. Of course, you can if you want. Hong Kong is a very interesting place. You can find all kinds of cuisines from all over the world being adapted to the local taste, then exist as a unique cultural culinary combination. I can feel that the onion is getting a little bit sticky at the bottom. That means it starts to caramelizing. You can add the spices now. 2 bay leaves, 1 cinnamon stick, and 1 piece of orange peel. The one I'm using is preserved and aged, so the aroma is complex and pungent. If you don't have it, you can use fresh orange peel without the white bitter layer. Continue by adding the seasonings. 1 tablespoon of zhu hou paste. This is what makes this curry recipe Cantonese because zhu hou paste is primarily meant to be used in Cantonese-style braised dishes. 1 tablespoon of satay paste. This is another hint that shows you Hong Kong is just a cuisine melting pot. I find it does make the curry thicker and creamier because it contains quite a lot of peanut. If you don't have it, you can mix half tablespoon of peanut butter with half tablespoon of shrimp paste. If you're allergic to peanut butter, you can use almond butter. 1 tablespoon of curry powder. This is what I'm using, but any brand will work. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. This is optional because curry powder already contains turmeric, but the brand that I'm using is not giving the dish that yellow color. That's why I like to add a little extra. You may not need it depending on what you use. 1 tablespoon of palm sugar. It was a big chunk like this. I just shaved it finely. If you don't have it, use brown sugar. Last, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Keep stirring to let all the ingredients to mingle together. Give it a couple of minutes for the sugar to melt completely. Once you see everything combined into a thick paste and it is sizzling like that, you can add your beef along with 2 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine. The cooking wine is going to deglaze whatever that is stuck at the bottom of the clay pot. Mix this really well until all the meat is coated nicely. I actually simplified this recipe by adding the beef into the curry directly. In Cantonese cuisine, we like to blanch our meat before braising to get a clean taste. But curry is so flavorful, blanching is not going to make a big difference in taste. That's why I skipped it to make it into an easy one-pot recipe. However, you can always blanch it if you want, or even sear the meat in a skillet first to get some extra flavor. Now we're going to pour in 1 to 2 cups of hot water. The liquid amount should be able to cover all the meat. Follow up with half of a can of coconut milk, about 200 milliliter. This is going to gentle all the spices. As I mentioned before, Hong Kong style curry is supposed to be mild. Bring this to a boil and add some salt to adjust the flavor. We will let this simmer for 2 hours. Make sure to come back once in a while to check the liquid amount. Add hot water if you need to, because everybody's stove and cookware are different. You don't want it to evaporate until dry. Before we move on, let me introduce you to today's sponsorship, Souped Up Recipes Clay Pot. I know clay pot may sound new to you, but it is a traditional cookware in Chinese cuisine. It has a high heat capacity. The material retains the heat, then redistributes it to the food slowly and evenly. The heavy-duty wall allows for better browning and caramelization. Then you can maintain low and slow temperature on the stovetop or in the oven, perfect for making soup, stew, pot roast, and congee. It can also handle simpler tasks such as boiling noodles, wontons, and dumplings. I love the blue top and the hammer design. It functions as a beautiful serving piece that keeps your food warm on the table. If you want to buy it, the link is in the description. Go check it out. Alright, let's get back to the cooking. We like to add potato, carrot, or daikon radish to this curry. I'm using potatoes today. Peel them and cut them into chunks. The beef has been simmered for 2 hours now. Give it a taste to make sure all the flavor is still correct. Including the salt I added before, I used 1 tablespoon in total. It should taste a lot saltier at this moment, but once you add the potatoes, it'll be perfect. Continue to simmer this for another 30 minutes. Test the doneness of the potato. They just need to be fork tender. I think the consistency of my curry is perfect. If yours is too thin, you can crank up the heat to reduce it a little bit. If it is too thick, you can add a little more water. Throw in a bunch of cilantro and you are ready to serve. Let's get some rice. Spoon the curry over. Saucy dish like this is dangerous to me because it will make me eat a lot of rice without even knowing it. This is a mild curry with a subtle sweetness but super savory. Let me show you how tender the beef is. You can cut it open with a spoon and it will just fall apart in your mouth. I just can't stop eating it. Even though it does take a couple of hours to braise the beef, but the actual prep time is very little. I hope you give this a try soon. As always, you can click the link in the description and find the printable recipe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That really encourages me to continue to make more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!